Learn many things from those who best understand your strengths and your dreams. This is a chance to celebrate your achievements thus far, but also a moment to consider who you would like to become along the way of your own path forward. As you build friendships and gain new mentors, wherever your journey takes you, whether a post-secondary education, at work, or building a family and caring for your community, I hope that you continue to show the strong spirit developed here at Moira. We all wish Moira the very brightest beginning next year, as it too takes a new path with a new name. But most importantly, the Bay of Quinte wishes the very best to our last graduates of Moira Secondary School, the class of 2018. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ellis. It takes a collaborative effort from staff, students, parents, and the community to build a strong school with a sense of purpose and history. Leadership, however, is crucial for a school to thrive, and our school does thrive. Our leader is dedicated and passionate of Moira Secondary and has the distinction of going into retirement as a Trojan. It is my pleasure and honor to call upon our leader, our principal, Grant Montgomery.
Good evening, Stego. On behalf of the Moira Secondary School staff and community, it is my pleasure and sincere honor to welcome our Moira Secondary School graduating class of 2018, along with parents, relatives, friends, and invited guests to our graduation ceremony this evening, along with those watching on our live stream. Tonight is a night of celebration. While we will naturally reflect on the past several years with our graduates this evening, we will also tonight naturally reflect, recognize, and honor our past 59 years as a Moira Secondary School community. We all have much to be proud of over the past short term and the longer term for the many, many achievements and excellence that has occurred at Moira over the years. The school has been a continual leader in the Belleville and the Greater Eastern Ontario region in the area of the arts, academics, athletics, technology, and student leadership. There have been many amazing chapters written in this school's book of experiences, and Moira Secondary School has seen many excellent student leaders graduate over its time. Tonight we have an additional 116 student learners and leaders graduating in the class of 2018, with almost half of these students being recognized as Ontario Scholars. This is what we mean when we talk about our school pride, Trojan pride. Tonight, it is our privilege to honor our graduates. You made it. A huge congratulations as you've contributed greatly to the 2017-2018 Moira book chapter. As individuals and as a group, you have persevered to solve problems and conquer challenges in and outside the classroom. You have been successful using the skills, knowledge, and attitudes that you have developed over your time with us, and you continue to extend as well as develop new skills, knowledge, and attitudes as needed. You have believed in yourself and others that you have worked with to accomplish goals through determination, hard work, and commitment, and by doing so, you have created your own legacy as a graduating class. Many of you, as student leaders, created new activities and learning over the course of the past several years and represent the school so well through the various events during this time. As a school, we continue to receive so many compliments on your abilities and skills. As a class, you should be very proud of your accomplishments through your years at Moira. We have graduates that have received amazing scholarships as they move ahead to their next academic destination. Graduates that have participated and led in various projects such as our mural project. Graduates that have demonstrated high levels of technology leadership at the school and in the community. Graduates that have led fundraising events to raise significant amounts of money for various organizations. Graduates that have led regional and provincial sport championships. Graduates that have put on some phenomenal artistic performances. And graduates that have certainly completed at very high levels academically. These are only a few of the many accomplishments from this year. Our newsletters are overflowing Our Twitter feeds are constantly busy. This is also what is meant when we talk about our school pride, Trojan pride. Tonight, it's also about looking ahead to the future with anticipation and excitement. Each of you are moving forward in the next chapters of your life as distinguished young adults looking to make an impact with others and in the communities that you're involved with, both locally and globally. At Moira, we have continued to challenge students to develop their skills in the areas of collaboration, communication, creativity, critical thinking, entrepreneurship, literacy, numeracy, and digital fluency, as well as supporting students to become better, caring, inclusive citizens with a strong and healthy sense of well-being. In this ever-changing 21st century world, we know these skills and competencies are going to be ever more important as we see possibilities emerge in new technologies. Charles Darwin, a legendary scientist, once said, "It's not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change." Continuing to change in this fast-paced society will not necessarily be easy, but it will be necessary. We will need empowered learners and leaders that can learn from the failures quickly and adapt to be successful. We believe that you can do this in whatever endeavor you choose to take on, and we look forward to hearing your achievements with your new learners. On behalf of the talented and amazing staff at MSS, I would like to thank and recognize them all the time. It takes a community, and Moira has always had a special community that has been fondly referred to as the Moira family. In closing, I would like to wish each of the graduates all the best as you continue to grow in the various dimensions of life, and as you write the next chapters of your individual book of experiences. I challenge each of you to be passionate in your learning and leadership wherever you choose to go, and to believe in yourself by continuing to take risks to make your impact with others. It is through this constant challenge and day-to-day effort that you will continue to achieve. As Albert Einstein once quoted, "Try not to become a person of success, but rather try to become a person of value." Continue to raise the bar by which you set your goals in life to create more value for yourself and others, as well as the bar of those you work with. In doing so, you will continue to grow the Trojan pride that you have demonstrated over the last number of years wherever you are, and certainly contribute to the legacy. And of course, one last thing. Never, never forget the phrase that we end our morning announcements with each day. You keep it classy.
Thank you, Mr. Montgomery. Your thoughts are appreciated. Next in our program is the presentation of scholarships, bursaries, and awards. We have several readers coming up, Ms. Earl, Mr. West, and Mr. Volpe. I would invite Ms. Earl to come up first, please.
Good evening. The Practical Learning Program Award is presented to a graduate of the Practical Learning Program who has excelled at meaningful employment in the community. Unfortunately, the recipient for this evening's award is unable to attend, but we would like to acknowledge her. So the recipient is Janice Miller. The Jeremy McCutcheon Memorial Award is presented to a graduating student who has made a commendable contribution to the school and is continuing his or her education at a post-secondary institution in a program related to technology. This award will be presented by Ms. Nicole Case, and it is presented to Alex McPherson. The Community Involvement Rotary Club of Belleville Service Above Self Award is presented to a graduating student who has displayed a strong sense of caring for those less fortunate by volunteering either in the school or in the community. This award will be presented by Mr. Bob Clute, and it is presented to Joe E. Memorial Award is presented to a graduating student who displays aptitude in technological and/or engineering sciences and who will be pursuing a degree in sciences or engineering sciences at the university level. The student has also displayed a spirit of helpfulness towards others. This award will be presented by Mr. Bill Jackson, and it is presented to Alexander Tse. The Viridian Connections Bursary Ben Blows Memorial Award is presented to a graduating student who has excelled in the music program at Moira and will continue to be involved in music in his or her post-secondary years. This award will be presented by Mr. Andrew Cranshaw, and it is presented to Emily Shortell. Bursary Award is presented to a graduating student who is pursuing university or college education in the field of electrical engineering, other electrical or engineering disciplines, computer science, business, or environmental studies. This award will be presented by Mr. Mick Saunders, and it is presented to Lucas Chen. In case you're wondering, that's not Mr. Saunders, that's Mr. Spite. The Member of Parliament Neil Ellis Citizenship Award is presented to a student who has shown good citizenship qualities during his or her school years. This award will be presented by our Member of Parliament, Mr. Neil Ellis, and it is presented to Sneha Patel. The QB Local 1022 Bursary is presented to a deserving graduate pursuing a post-secondary education whose parent is a QB Local 1022 member with the Hastings and Prince Edward District School Board. This award will be presented by Mr. John Burns, and it is presented to Quinn Botley. Is presented to a graduating student who has been accepted at one of the following colleges: Loyalist, Fleming, or St. Lawrence College, in a course where the student will work with children and youth. This award will be presented by Ms. Kate Barmeyer, and it is presented to Haley Kendall. The Becky Middleton Memorial Award is presented to a graduating student proceeding to post-secondary education who best exemplifies the qualities of Becky Middleton. compassion, friendliness, cheerful zest for life, and a genuine concern for others. This award will be presented by Ms. Karen Murray, and it is presented to Taryn Horvath. The Academy of Sport Award is presented to a graduating student who has completed the SHSM in the sports program and is pursuing a career in a sports-related field. This is a program at Moira. This award will be presented by Ms. Shirley Lindenberg, and it is presented to Eve Doyle. The Moira Secondary Senior Visual Arts Award is presented to graduating students for all-round excellence in Moira's University College Grade 12 Visual Arts program. These awards will be presented by Ms. Roseanne Duke, and the recipients are Madison Dafoe and Mackenzie McGuire. So once again, Madison Dafoe and Mackenzie McGuire. The Moira Mentorship Award is presented to graduating students who best exemplify the true spirit of a Moira mentor, one who, through leadership and interaction, establish a connection with our junior students. These awards will be presented by Mr. Aaron Gray, and they are presented to Saud Hasib, Sneha Patel, and Jenny Wu. Congratulations to Saud, Sneha, and Jenny. The Canadian Federation of University Women College Scholarship is given to a student of high academic standing who is proceeding directly to college and who exhibits a strong commitment to learning and community involvement. This award will be presented by Ms. Carol Fisher, and it is presented to Corey Cameron. Federation of University Women University Scholarship is given to a student of high academic standing who is proceeding directly to university and who exhibits a commitment to learning and community involvement. This award will once again be presented by Ms. Carol Fisher, and it is presented to Joshua Carley. STF District 29 Excellence Award is presented to a graduating student demonstrating a high level of achievement and excellence in the following three areas: citizenship, academic achievement, and extracurricular activities. This award will be presented by Mr. John Harpel, and it is presented to Sneha Patel. Prince Edward Student Success Award is presented to graduating students who have demonstrated resilience and have overcome challenges to achieve success in his or her chosen pathway. These awards will be presented by Ms. Gail Miller, and they are presented to Emma Gorman, and Kathleen Newman. So unfortunately, Kathleen is not here this evening, but we will accept the award on her behalf. The Belleville and District Fish and Game Club Award is presented to a graduating student who has a good academic standing, who has demonstrated concern for environmental issues, and who is proceeding to a post-secondary education in the environmental field. This award will be presented by Ms. Krista Payette, and it is presented to John Morgan. The R.W. Phillips Award is presented to a deserving graduating student with a high level of achievement in senior sciences. This award will be presented by Ms. Susan Shepard, and it is presented to Erin Locke. The Teacher's Memorial Award is presented to a deserving graduating student who is pursuing a course of study in a technology-related program. This award will be presented by Mr. Todd Crawford, and it is presented to Owen Hill. The Norma Clark Memorial Award is presented to a graduating student with an appreciation for and competence in the study of Shakespeare. This award will be presented by Ms. Marnie Lunny, and it is presented to Sneha Patel. The McDougall Insurance and Financial Award is presented to a deserving graduating student who will be pursuing a post-secondary education in math, business, or computer science. This award will be presented by Mr. Tonda Matho, and it is presented to Cassandra Church.
The Healthy Active Living Award is presented to a graduating student with a high level of achievement in physical education. This award will be presented by Mr. Dave Corbett, and this year's recipient, Riley Ivey. The L. Josephine Tickle French Award is presented to a deserving graduating French student who is proceeding to post-secondary education studies in French. The award will be presented by Kara Watson, and this year's recipient, Eve Hoskin. Stan Ellis Memorial Award is presented to a graduating student who has successfully completed one or more technology courses and who is continuing his or her education at a college or in an apprenticeship. This award will be presented by Mr. John Arbell, and this year's recipient, Aaron McKinnon. The Bell Nortel Award is presented to a graduating student who is proceeding to post-secondary education in the trades and best exemplifies the qualities of compassion, friendliness, and genuine concern for others, and who has shown involvement in the school and community. Presenting the award is Ms. Kirsten Babs, and this year's presented to Brady Lumley. The Greg Koister Memorial Award is presented to a graduating student who has been involved in geographic environmental pursuits and is proceeding to post-secondary education. Presenting the award is Mr. Aaron Thurtle, this year's recipient, Joe Yee. The Wilkinson and Company Award is presented to a graduating student with high academic performance who is continuing his or her education at a Canadian university in the area of business, economics, or commerce. Presenting the award is Mr. Steve Botterill, and this year's recipient, Jenny Wu. Pretzel Davies Thompson Benton Law Award is presented to a graduating student in recognition of his or her contribution to school and or community in terms of social justice initiatives. Presenting the award will be Mr. Dwayne Lambert, and this year receiving the award, Sierra Brant Heffernan. The Canadian and World Studies Award is presented to a graduating student whose effort in Canadian and World Studies courses has been outstanding. These courses include 4U, History, Law, Geography, Economics, and Classics. Presenting the award will be Ms. Leslie Doyle, and this year's recipient, Cassie Reed. The Kiwanis Club of Belleville Bursary is presented to a graduating student who has demonstrated outstanding achievement in school and in the community. Presenting the award will be Mr. Ron Hare, and this year's recipient, Jacqueline Bond. The Mathematics Teachers Award is presented to a graduating student with high marks in 4U mathematics courses who is proceeding to post-secondary education. This year's recipient is Kevin Lee, who is unable to attend this evening, but we will give him a round of applause anyway. As well, Kevin Lee also is receiving the Euclid Math Contest, which is presented to the Euclid Math Contest winner. The Canadian Senior Mathematics Competition Medal is presented to the school champion in the Canadian Senior Mathematics Competition medal winner. Presenting the award is Mr. Neil Solomon, and we have two recipients. First, Bino Shen. And Joe Yee. The Chief Earl Hill Memorial Award is presented to a graduating First Nations student who is continuing his or her education at a post-secondary institution. Presenting the award will be Councillor Josh Hill, this year's recipient, Destiny Brand. Mohawks of the Bay of Quinte Tyendinaga Native Women's Association Award is presented to a graduating First Nations student who has made a noteworthy contribution in promoting, understanding, and appreciation of Native Canadian culture at school. Again, presenting the award is Councillor Josh Hill, and this year's recipient, Owen Hill. The Mohawk Bound Council Notable Contribution Award is presented to a graduating First Nations student who has made a notable contribution in his or her school during his or her high school years. Again, presenting the award is Councillor Josh Hill, and this year's recipient, Micah Parks. The Mohawk Cultural Ambassador Award is presented to a graduating student who has demonstrated a leadership role in sharing and promoting Mohawk culture throughout his or her high school career. The award will be presented by Mr. Joe Brown, and this year's recipient, Rachel Brent. The Mohawk Cultural Ambassador Award, again, presented to a graduating student who has demonstrated a leadership role in sharing and promoting Mohawk culture throughout his or her high school career. Also presented by Joe Brown. This year is going to Sierra Brent Heffernan. Glacier Communications Inc. Classroom Leadership Award is presented to graduating students who have manifested commendable citizenship qualities within the classroom and whose efforts resulted in a positive learning environment. Presenting the award will be Ms. Kevin Woodley, and the recipient is Destiny Grant. The Guidance Department Award is presented to a graduating student who has demonstrated positive qualities in attitude and achievement. Presenting the award will be Mrs. Joanne Fisher, and this year's recipient is Rob McKinnon. Student Council Award is presented to graduating students who have shown growth throughout his or her high school years and a commitment towards continuous improvement. Presenting the award is Ms. Cindy Cooper, and receiving the award is Emma Gorman. Also receiving the award is Regan Miracle. And technical difficulties with the program here. I'll read what the award's supposed to be for. Presenting to Student Council Award, presented to students graduating who have shown growth throughout their high school years by pursuing new ways to expand their horizons and capabilities. Regan Miracle has received one, and Madeline Yee receives the other. YMCA Merit Award is presented to graduating students affirmed in their career choice. The Quinn Welch LLP Award is presented to a graduating student who will be pursuing